Some of you may look at this deck and think, wow, that's way too many removal spells in one deck. All I have to say to that is, there's no such thing as too many removal spells. Think about it. All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. All jokes aside, this deck does contain an insane amount of removal spells, and I absolutely love it because of that. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I really didn't. But with the meta that we currently have, I actually ran this deck all the way up to Diamond. And you're going to see, too, that we had some really fun and interesting games with this deck. It's actually a lot better than I gave it credit. So if you're trying to get to Diamond, this might be the deck to do it. I did it pretty easily off video. We went ahead and kept running this deck, and it was very successful. So something to think about before we jump into it. But before we do jump into it, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. Hit that subscribe button because we do post videos every single Monday for you, and I've been trying to get videos out, you know, extra a week, you know, every Wednesday, Friday, something like that, just a little bonus video throughout the week. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but be sure to subscribe because you're always going to get content every single Monday. So let's jump into the deck real quick and talk about all the cards that we run in this deck and how we try to get to the win con. Also, after this is over, we're going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay footage. Like I said, some of these games are very interesting. There was like a 35-minute game. Is our fourth game in. We had some really quick games, but then the fourth game in, it was a 35-minute game that we actually ended up pulling out. It was pretty incredible. So the way we won was really unconventional, and I'm sure it's littered with just misplays. So be sure to watch that and check that out all the way through. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the goal of this deck here is to basically slow play our opponent, just basically take care of the board as it comes to us, eliminating any threats off the board as our opponent plays them, and eventually we'll have enough mana to play our planeswalkers here, which will win us the game. So we have Chandra, we have Ugin, and we have Nicol Bolas. These are our three big win cons. Obviously running 4 of Nicol Bolas here because it's probably the best planeswalker out there. Ugin's obviously up there with it, but 8 mana, you know, 5 mana is a lot better than 8. So running 4 Nicol Bolas is really the key here. It gets us the most value, but for us to get there, we need to be able to control the board, and we're not a ramp deck, so we actually have to place 1 mana per turn. I know, crazy thought in this world, but we do just play 1 mana per turn. So to get there, we're going to need to eliminate any sort of threats that our opponent wants to play. So starting off with our 2 drops, we have 4 Scorching Dragonfires. This is a really great card for like anything that you need to exile, because it does exile. It doesn't just eliminate the creature off the board. So annexes are very great, good targets for this because they just, they disappear. They don't drop any satyrs on the board. Anything that you need to just take care of exile. What else? Dreadhorde Butcher. That's a really good one. You don't take that excess damage. So super great card. Scorching Dragonfire, super underrated. And then we have Rampage. Now Rampage is interesting because you have options. A couple of these cards, like Bedevil, has options. So this will really open us up on the field against all types of different matchups. So if we want to eliminate creatures, we can. If we want to eliminate a Witch's Oven, we can do that as well. Or if we want to eliminate Nissas off the board, we can. So this just has so many different utility effects to it that you can use for any sort of situation. So very good card. You might even want to up this to 4, but the fact that it's a sorcery speed is the only downfall of this card. But up next we have 3 Kaya Usurpers. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, 3 Kayas. Kaya's really strong in the current best of 1 meta. This is what I'm talking about. Is we're really talking about best of 1 meta. Obviously, Team of Wreck is just destroying everything right now in best of 3, but we are talking about best of 1. That's why removal is really good. All we're seeing right now on the fields is mono red or Rakdos or mono green or mono white or Azorius Flyers. Those are the only matchups I've been getting non-stop, like 0 control matches. So Kaya is another really good one because all of those pesky 1 drops, you can eliminate those with just a -1. The +1 is really, really strong against any sort of ramp decks because you're going to get a lot of Ugins in the graveyard, things like that. So you could just exile those for life. It's just very, very strong card. This card actually brought me back from the dead and got me back into a lot of games with the ultimate too, which is really nice. You actually gain a ton of health that way. Not just trying to, kill your opponent with a one shot, but sometimes, you can get an ultimate done with, 7 cards in exile. That's a lot of life gain. So something to think about. But Kaya is really, really strong right now in the best of 1 meta. Up next, we have another Kaya, but this is the Oath of Kaya. Really strong removal. It also gains you life. Not much to be said here. It's just a really good card. Anytime you can run a white-black combination of the Kaya is very, very good. Up next, we have Bedevil. Now, Bedevil here is tricky because its mana devotion is double black and red. So there's a couple times I wasn't able to play it because that's pretty specific, especially when you're running technically 4 colors. So this card is a little bit tough, like I said, tough to play, but it has so many good effects, just like Rampage. And the bonus side of it is that it's an instant spell, so you can run this anytime, but it does essentially the same thing, and with the fact that you get to choose the target, not your opponent choosing the target. So super great card for removal, one of the best honestly out there. So make sure to run at least 3 of these. I don't think 4 is necessary, just because again it is really, really tough to run that card. Up next, we have 2 Deafening Clarions to pair up with our 4 Shatter the Skies. We want a lot of board wipe. So if our opponent does end up getting ahead and we're not pulling the cards that we need, or if we're getting flooded or whatever it may be, this is a really good way to get us back into the game. Just Shatter the Sky, reset the board, Deafening Clarion preferably. That way our opponent doesn't draw any cards if they have any big creatures. But Shatter the Sky typically will take care of any sort of threats on the board. So up next, we have, we'll talk about Nicol Bolas first. So Nicol Bolas here, the +1 on this is just super great. You draw a card, your opponent discards a card. It's really our only card advantage that we have, but that's why we run 4 of these. Super, obviously the best planeswalker, in my opinion, out there right now. That's why I'm constantly running Nicol Bolas in all of my decks right now. I'm trying to just make him fit anywhere, honestly, because he's super good. His utility is great. -3 gets to destroy any target planeswalker. I believe there's a game that we played where our opponent actually had a Narset on the field, and I actually used the Narset effect because Nicol Bolas's passive ability allows you to use any other planeswalker's loyalty. Sorry about that. And we were able to use Narset's effect to go digging for more spells, so that was really cool. And then we obviously have 3 Elspeth Conquers Death to get back any of our planeswalkers. This has been really clutch as well. We were able to, play Nicol Bolas and -3, exposing our Nicol Bolas to a small little attack, allowing it to die. If we have an Elspeth Conquers Death on the board, it comes right back. So we can get a little bit more, loose with our gameplay with the Elspeth Conquers Death, which is nice. And then we have Chandra. This card is amazing. This is really kind of the reason I wanted to run this deck. I wanted to just play some Chandras. I had 3 of these, but 2 seemed to be okay. I needed more removal than anything, so running 2 of these and backing it down to 2 has been great. It's really, I've been able to find her in most matches and utilize her, so she's been really a big component to winning the game. She's got built-in board wipes as well as exile effects, so super great card, and it can't be countered, which is my favorite about this card. I hate counter spells, so the fact that it can't be countered is amazing. And then we got our big Ugin here. Ugin has been everywhere right now. Ugin is so overpowered. I'm sure you know by now how strong Ugin is, so we just threw 2 Ugins in here just because it's a good topper to any deck. It's just really, really strong, and the -X effect is probably the most overpowered thing I've ever seen on a planeswalker, other than you can't play instances. Teferi, you know who you are. Up next, we have our land sources here. We obviously want to run 3 Triomes, Savai Triomes, and then here's where it gets tricky. We want to run 4 Raugrin. These names are crazy. Anyways, you want to run the Jeskai Triome as well for Nicol Bolas. That way you always have mana for it, as well as 4 Interplanar Beacons. And then you shouldn't have any problem running into, being short on any certain colors, because this is red-white. This is, any color for a planeswalker, and you gain health. So everything else pretty standard. You want to run all your shock lands and then one castle of each I decided on, because we know you want some draw late in the game, and then you also want some creatures to protect you. So I thought that was pretty good. You could honestly drop the Ardenvale probably for another Locthwain, but you'll see too in one of these matchups, the last game I was talking about, the Ardenvale actually kind of saved us. So you never know, you might need it. But that's the deck. I wanted to try to keep it short, but this actually was kind of long. I wanted to keep it short because, again, there's that long game at the end I want you guys to all see and enjoy. So I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and watching the video today. Let's get into some gameplay, and then after that we might come back and maybe talk about the deck a little bit more and break it down and maybe some things we would change. So we'll see ya. Peace. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 2 Shatter the Skies and an Elspeth that don't really do much for us because we don't have 2 white mana yet. This looks like a really troubling hand to keep, so I'm going to go ahead and just bin this. I mean, this hand does something, but it's still a very scary hand to keep. Got to keep the Scorching Dragonfires because it's the only thing right now that does anything for us. There we go. That's solid. All right. Hopefully Nicol Bolas can save us here. Shatter the Sky. Okay. I'll take that. Is the Johnny coming up next? Opponent's probably confused at what I'm about to try to do here. Okay. Do that. Mono white. Not every day you see mono white on the ladder, so I respect it. Alright, well, we need to start drawing some lands in order to play our cards, so hopefully that's what's coming up. We'll let them play that. I want to try to get them off all their mana, because once all their mana is gone, they can't sacrifice the Alseid. Perfect. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I need to just do this now because they're gonna start getting angels, and that would be really bad. No angels for you. And then our Shatter the Sky is pretty solid here. If we draw a land that's not a tap land, I'm gonna do this now though, so I can keep my life gain or my life total high and keep their side of the board thin. Alseid would have been able to sacrifice itself to make that, you know, protection. So Luris comes down, and there's only the queen in the graveyard, so that's good. Now they have nothing. Now they have no creatures. They're on the top deck. We should be in a really strong position here, as long as we can start finding lands. We can't keep hitting big things like Ugin the Spirit Dragon right now. It's funny, everyone tries that. Everyone tries to do the Alseid protection thing, but it never pans out for them. At least we have 2 removal spells, so it'll at least get us there. Well, that's unfortunate. Gonna make me waste both my removal cards just to get rid of the Ajani. It's a land. That'll work. Just a little too unfortunate for me here. A little too late. Okay, perfect. Oh, come on. Where's the land? Just need one more. Just need one more. Need a black source. Come on. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Kind of want to deal with this now. I know this seems like really low value, but I want to do it now because if they do pull something like an Ajani, I don't want them to be able to sacrifice that bounty to protect it. So I guess a sweeper though, they can't protect it, seeing we just saw that, but like any other removal spell like Elspeth wouldn't work. So I'd rather just get it out of the way now. Finally get a Nicol Bolas to resolve. Hopefully that'll win us the game here. Keeps the card in hand, decides to just get rid of a land. That's interesting. Interesting. Let's draw a card first, see what we hit. It's another land, beautiful. All right, they got rid of a really good card there because that's going to be pretty useless against us. Glass Casket does nothing for them. We do have to let that resolve and then kill it, so they are going to get another creature back, which is super, super annoying. Oath of Kaya will come out for the Healer Hawk next turn. A beacon, okay. We can actually kill the kill it with Ugin. Imagine going against a board that has a Nicol Bolas and an Ugin on the other side. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. I would just quit. Oh, Mardu, let's go. Who knew Mardu could control? All right, we are back, and this is another cruddy opening hand. But I'm crazy enough to keep it. Crazy enough to keep it. The beautiful thing about this deck, this Mardu control deck, is that I have so much removal. And you know that we're playing against a creature-based deck. There's nothing in the meta right now in best of one, you know, that's not creature-based. So this could kill the oven. So I think I'm going to save the Rampage for the oven. Just go ahead and enter tapped here because this is a sorcery speed card. So gonna save that for the oven. Really need a land here. That's not a land. That's just unfortunate. Oh no. This is what happens when you keep 2 land hands. This always happens. Please, if you're up there, Magic Gods, don't do this to me, please. Come on. God, that's so much damage. I don't even know how we're gonna survive, honestly. I really don't see us surviving anymore. Yep, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Sometimes it be like that, you know? Sometimes it be like that. 2 land hands are the death of me. Just let our opponent go through this real quick. Sorry, guys. I hope this isn't too boring to watch. You know, sometimes, like I said, it do be like that. So you just gotta take it. You just gotta take the loss and know that you did everything you could. I feel like we were in a really good position to you know, perform pretty well there. Kind of stinks. All right, well, let's see if we can bounce back from that. This is already double the amount of land I had the entire last game, so I think we keep it. I think we just keep it. All right, mono red. Who would have seen that coming? Kind of stinks that, you know, we don't have any 2-drop removals here, because now we're going to be 1 behind. They're just going to be able to play a bunch of creatures, and I'm going to be 1 creature behind every time, and I should be taking a point of damage almost every single turn. Kind of stinks, but if that even makes sense, what I was just trying to say. Do we go Kaya or do we go Oath of Kaya? I think we should do Oath of Kaya. I don't think I can go wrong either way, to be honest. The life gain feels good. Anytime I can have more than 20 life in a mono red matchup, I'll take it. That's pretty solid. This has an exiling effect, so I don't believe that the annex will trigger, so this is pretty solid. And my game froze. RIP. Welcome back. So I just actually got a new processor coming in the mail, and I just bought today some more RAM for the old computer. So we should be running a lot more smooth down the road. Even though we run pretty smooth now, there's still those hiccups every now and then. And I was right. No satyrs. Let's go. No satyrs for you. No more creatures for you either. All right, I love my hand. I feel like my hand is really, really good here. Kaya could win us the game. Conquers Death here. Can get rid of big stuff like that. Oh, that could also do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go Kaya here. Just plus Kaya. Start gaining some life. Building her up for her ultimate. And then we'll just Scorching Dragonfire. The Annex. Probably wondering why I only took one creature there. It's because I'm trying to maximize every turn. If you take up to one creature, you gain 2 life. You don't actually get 2 life per creature. So I try to maximize the amount of creatures in the graveyard. Stop, okay. Seems kind of rude.
Can't hit me again.
That's fine. I have another Dragonfire for your boy Annex, who's probably gonna go to Kaya. Yep. Kind of expected that, so there's some free life gain there. Cavalcade, interesting. Let's do that.
Not forever.
I suppose we could have just threw away one of those creatures there and kept the other one, but let's go ahead and do this just in case our opponent somehow finds a way to kill our Kaya. If our opponent kills Kaya, we'll be able to get it back with the Elspeth. Would really like to draw a Planeswalker right about now. Let's just plus submit 0.
You're not welcome here anymore.
And then we could cycle this Triome. I think that's going to be the play. This gets double strike, but does it gain trample? No, it doesn't gain trample, so I might actually just be able to chump block it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to waste a Bedevil on that. I mean, it is pretty good, but... Ooh, you know what I should have done, though? I should have pre-combated this Bedevil, so I could save that point of damage that Kaya's going to take now for no reason. That's unfortunate. So Kaya takes 1 point of damage. I could have saved her from that. All right. Cycle this while they do their castle for no reason. All right. I kind of like Nicol Bolas here because they're going to have to sacrifice a permanent, but I'll make sure it's not this. There we go. Now choose either Cavalcade or a land. Obviously they're going to choose a land, but now is where we really start to take the lead. We got 25 health with an Oath of Kaya in hand. We're just, yeah, we're sitting really nice right now. There's nothing our opponent can do. Could have saved that for cycling, but you know, it is what it is. Opponent's going to drop another land, I'm sure. Yep. They got land up for days for mono red, so Kaya's ultimate is actually super strong here if I can get her to 5.
From here on out.
I'm gonna Scorching Dragonfire that. Again, I want to do this before combat this time. There we go. Before combat. That way Cavalcade doesn't actually hit us for 1. Get to cycle again. Oh, another one. That's alright, we got an Oath of Kaya. Cycle this. No lands needed. It's Oath of Kaya. Somehow we got all the way to 30 life against mono red. That's nuts. Like, I honestly didn't think this deck had that in it. Oath of Kaya and Kaya combo. Feels good against mono red. Equals victory. Alright, we have a Teferi Avatar. Are we up against another control deck? This deck would not do good against control. So let's hope not. I'm not keeping a 2-land hand again. Ugh, of course it gives me another 2-land hand. Do we dare mulligan again? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I definitely want to keep Nicol Bolas. Probably this gotta go. Please, 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 please just hit the lands. Looks like mono green maybe? No, not mono green. Been seeing a lot of mono green, so I just assumed, but come on. Come on, land, land, land. Preferably Blood Crypt would be great. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I can Oath of Kaya, but not on the Dryad. It's too big. Just need something with red now. Mana with red.
Its loss will serve us.
That's not it, Chief. That ain't it, Chief. The good news is our opponent's not really doing a whole lot right now, so we can just kind of chill for the moment, but we really need to find a red source. Opponent's ramping into something big here. They're actually not at all because they don't have the... They're missing land drops. There's a red source. Now we can talk. Now we can talk. If we somehow can find one more land that's, you know, shockable, we can get Nicol Bolas out this next turn. That'd be really good. This right here, though, destroy non-land permanent with a mana cost 3. Okay.
Stand down.
Probably gonna actually have to Oath of Kaya that. Oh, I hate that card. I hate it. All right, well. What's her ultimate? Because they are there. That's not good. That's really not good. I hate throwing Nicol Bolas out there just to die, but as unfortunate as it is, we gotta do it.
The immortal Nicol Bolas will be your end. Suffer for your...
Can't let him have that. That ultimate is a little bit much for me. I've never actually seen Vraska's ultimate done in the game yet, so the fact that whenever a creature you control does combat damage, you win the game, that's nuts. It's actually wild. Unfortunately, Nicol Bolas has to take a shot for the team here. We just got off to such a slow start that it's going to be hard to come back from. I can't sit here and say that it's all going to be good because it's probably not. If I can draw another land, I can kill this and these. That's not a land, so we got to settle for just the creatures for now. Save ourselves some life total. And now they're going to play the little 6-drop artifact here. That's going to make everything on my life so much harder. Already we're struggling for lands, and this is going to be really tough. They still don't have the mana for it. Interesting. That's pretty solid, actually. I was just saying I don't think I have a counter for or answer for that, but what happens when it dies, though? Return target creature card with converting mana cost 3 less to the graveyard to the battlefield. So it comes right to the battlefield. I hate that Nicol Bolas is gonna die again. That's not fun. Maybe I just Kaya here. Start eliminating some of the creature cards in the graveyard, gaining some life, and then we can Scorching Dragonfire the Planeswalker.
This is child's play.
And then next turn we can Nicol Bolas. I need to do this now so Karn doesn't tick up. I don't want to do that now, but there's a chance that they could play this that would not allow me to play that card, and then Karn could tick up too, and that would not be good. It's best to get it out of the way now. Man, my back is itching, guys. I got a little sunburn this weekend, and it is itchy. So the graveyard only has the Arboreal Grazer, so no big deal if I use this, because they're gonna have to play something with haste in order to deal with it. Otherwise, they gotta have a card, you know, sorcery speed or instant speed to kill it. So I'm okay with that. Arboreal Grazer does them no good. Unless they're a mutate deck, then I'm gonna feel real silly, but I haven't seen anything that indicates that. No mutate. Okay, I'm fine with that. They waited a little too long to play that, I think. Let's plus this first, see what we get. I'd like to see that. Opponent elects to discard, that's fine.
Dispelling phantasms makes me feel good.
Make sure those don't ever see the light of day again. Something's telling me though to get rid of this Grazer. I feel like this Grazer might get mutated onto. That would be really, again, that would be really, really bad. Because right now they don't have any immediate answers for my Planeswalkers, which is really good. I feel pretty safe right now. The fact that they're cultivating right now tells me that I'm okay too. Karn. That's tough. That's actually pretty tough.
My purpose is greater than myself.
Karn, let's see what they pull. Citadel. Ooh, that's tough. That's actually tough. All right, well, let's do this first. Man, Citadel is tough. This is gonna be really hard to deal with. 2 cards in the graveyard. Do we do the Grazer or do we do the Karn? I think we got to get rid of the Karn, right? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, I would think, but for some reason that Grazer's making me nervous. It's all right though. Now we got to figure out what to do about the Citadel though, because that is going to be an issue. It's artifact, so is this though, so I can't exactly like. Oh, no way. No way, dude. This is not good. Oh boy. I wish I could have just Othakai'd that, but I need to get the Bolas on the field to really get them worried and trying to deal with it. Another Ugin, but it's not the same Ugin. That's good. Oh, I forgot about that. That's still pretty good. Do I deal with the Ugin or do I just Chandra now? I feel like I'm a turn behind every time. Can I minus X on Planeswalkers? Inferno does X damage target? Yes, I can. Okay. I did not know that. Let's go. All right. That was always the answer, right in front of my face. I didn't even realize. Oh my goodness gracious. What in the world do we do about this? All we can do now is wait. All we have is removal spells, and our opponent isn't on some big creature game, so that's unfortunate. There's the Citadel. Here we go. The fun stuff is coming out.
Like a nice souvenir.
Man, we were in a really good position too. Really good position.
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
Opponent's looking to draw a card. That means there was a land on top. Artifact, let's go. Get rid of the Citadel now. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing to get rid of at the moment. We could Scorching Dragonfire this, so not the end of the world. We could stall it out for a turn, but it will be making a climb towards the ultimate, which is not great. Any creatures in the graveyard? No, so this is actually okay.
Justified.
We're gonna draw another card. I'm fine with that. Another Bedevil would be nice. I'd like to get rid of that on the field. Okay. Okay. Could get rid of it. But there's also this as a problem. Man, I could set it back with this. Then get this. This is tough. Because if I don't find another way to deal with the Vraska in 2 turns, it'll ultimate, you know? I do think the artifact, though, is more of a long game. So I need that off the field. I need it off the field for my long game. Now we can use the Scorching Dragonfire for a lot cheaper. Just have them plus that, sacrifice something, and then I will Scorching Dragonfire, setting it back. I've never been played against an opponent that's been this close to, you know, ultimating Vraska this many times.
Be made from time to time.
Chooses not to sacrifice anything. Interesting. Fair enough. All right. All right. Gonna do that. All right, gonna do this. And then I'm going to definitely draw a card before the start of my next turn because I gotta get rid of that Vraska. It's gonna +2 this turn, and then next turn it should be able to ultimate if they want it to. So I gotta find something here. Got plenty of answers. I've got, you know, probably 4 or 5 different cards in my deck, multiples of that answer that, but gotta find it. Some are permanent answers, some are, you know, more temporary answers. Okay, they're cultivating. Interesting. They're not doing a whole lot, which is good for us, but I think we got rid of most of their big stuff. Hopefully they're not running 4 Ugins. That'd be really tragic. Definitely gonna draw a card here. Ugh. All right, well, that's a wrap, I think. We can Castle Ardenvale to block. Hopefully nothing has trample.
I like a good fight.
Now we just gotta basically take care of everything as it comes. If there's a creature that survives 1 turn and attacks our face, we're dead, so. Looks like they got the ultimate off. Castle Ardenvale, though, was a huge help here because, like I said, we can keep, you know, taking that and getting chump blockers. Hopefully nothing with trample comes out. This is a very weird game. I like it, though. I like weird games. All right, they're just plussing. Okay, they're not going for the ultimate. Interesting. They might not get another shot at that. That's really weird. Ugin. Of course it's Ugin. Why wouldn't it be Ugin? Yep, why wouldn't they -3? Come on. I gotta see what this says again. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage. So is 0 damage count? I hope not. I think we gotta do this on Nebraska just in case. I don't know if that counts as winning the game for them, so gonna just do that for now. They can't -4, I mean 5, so we're good. So taking 3 from the Ugin is fine. Gotta find an answer though for it quickly. We're gonna keep drawing cards, I think. Life total isn't exactly like my biggest worry right now.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
I'm legit nervous. I don't want to lose this game, man. This game's been a long game. That seems really weird. Does anyone understand why that just happened? All right, opponent's got 1 card in hand. That actually feels really good. I'm totally cool with that. And we're definitely getting, a Nicol Bolas back, so that's pretty solid. Guess we're not actually, because we're not drawing the cards we need. Oh, come on, man. At least it's an Ugin, I guess. I don't know. They're gonna minus though here, and we're gonna lose the Elspeth Conquers Death. Super unfortunate. Sorry I went quiet there. I was just thinking. I totally forgot that they can actually get rid of that Elspeth Conquers Death. Kind of annoying. I was hoping to draw an extra card there, and it would be an Angrath. This one right here, Angrath's Rampage. That would have been able to deal with it, but unfortunately, we drew an Ugin. It's not the end of the world. If they had -5, I could kill their Ugin with my Ugin by plussing it, which is great. They could also go face here, though. I mean, going face here isn't a bad idea. Put us at 1 shot. Interesting. Actually, I think I want to do this first. Yeah, I think this is what I want to do first. That way we can get it ticking down, making things tougher on them. Obviously, they got mana for days, so it's not going to matter, but I think that's the right play. And then I can get, Nicol Bolas in 2 turns. So, Nicol Bolas Ugin combo on the field, and then I probably win the game. I hope. I don't want to speak too soon. This game has been intense. A lot of twists and turns. Another Cultivate. Do they have any more basic lands? They do. Wow. Oh, man. They have only 14 cards left in the deck. And we've gone through 3 Ugins. Ugin's really the only one I'm, really worried about. Everything else I can kind of deal with. Even these, I can kind of deal with these. That's unfortunate. Because we're going to have to... we could chump block it, but... Yeah. Let's just chump block it. Wait, do I have enough mana to chump block it? I do. Okay. I do. Oh, do I chance it though? Ugh, if they have 1 removal. If they draw... Oh, they could draw like a ritual, huh? Oh, that's risky. Do I risk it for the biscuit? If I -7 here... If I -7 here, it gets rid of my own Elspeth Conquers Death. It minuses, it's... Ugin's gone. There's nothing on the board, basically. We go top deck for top deck. I don't know if I like that, because if I can get away with one turn, I'm gonna risk it. I'm risking it for the biscuit. I know this is stupid, but if I get away with one turn without them finding like a Ritual of Soot off the top of their deck, I can win the game convincingly. If I don't, they win the game. So good news for us is our opponent was wasting, you know, their board wipes like crazy. That's a good sign. That's not a land, by the way. That's a terrible bug in the game right now, where cards will be drawn and it looks like a land when it's not. Come on, go to attack step, please. Go to attack step, please. They can just draw cards off those castles all day. It's so frustrating. Did we do it or did we not do it? Dude, if they have the Ritual of Soot right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. Oh man, they could have drawn another card too. I don't even think they realized if they had a Ritual of Soot, they win the game. Okay, cool. It paid off, guys. It paid off. That was such a risky play. Honestly, that was a stupid play. You guys should never do that, but I don't know. I feel like the odds were the same either way. If I cleared my entire board out, you know, lost Ugin, lost my Elspeth Conquers Death, I'm playing off the top deck, and that's no guarantee, you know? They could draw into another giant.
The undead make great news. Putrid, but effective.
All right. I gotta figure out how we want to play this.
What again?
I think we're gonna give up the Nicol Bolas here. I think I need a minus with the Ugin. I don't see another route here. I could kill this. Yeah. Just plus. And then we're gonna minus our Ugin. Get rid of everything.
My schemes are never ending.
This is 5, 6. This is 7. Minus 7.
Looks like you're on your own.
We'll keep this for cycling, and then we'll just say go. I feel pretty good, but again, there's so many twists and turns so far in this game. I really don't want to see him draw an Ugin. That would be terrible. And Ugin would literally end the game. I don't want to see that. We were avoiding Ritual of Soot, now we're avoiding that. Okay. Okay, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. How many giants have we gone through? I know we got rid of 1 and exiled 2. Just 2, so that's the 3rd one. This is our 3rd giant. There's probably 1 more Ugin and 1 more giant that I gotta deal with after this one. Gonna create a token. Gonna cycle this. Do I dare draw a card for 4 damage? Probably not. Beautiful. Beautiful. $22 cards left versus their 8. They actually might mill themselves out here. This has been a really crazy game, guys. I hope this... unfortunately, this is probably going to be almost all the YouTube video, so I apologize for that. I don't know why I attacked there, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have, but it is what it is. I still have 2 Chandras I haven't seen yet, huh? Yeah, I think I have 2 Chandras. Oh, now they're gonna crack the Fabled Passages? Again, do they have any more basic lands? I gotta assume not, right? Just gonna crack the other one. While you're at it, might as well. Well, I think this is going to be the whole YouTube video, guys, but I do think we're going to pull off the W here. Might play one more after this. Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. Disgusting. There it is, though. We were waiting for it. There it is. So we can attack the Ugin with a couple 1/1s. We have a Scorching Dragonfire. All this comboed up. I hope it's enough. We'll see. I don't want to. It's probably not. Nine loyalty is a lot. All right. Create this. I kind of want to just do this. I know this could be. It's 1 point of damage, but 1 point of damage is kind of a lot. I could get myself lifelink though. So I am just going to keep it in hand. I think we'll just do this. I'll take the 4 damage. It is what it is. Oh, come on. Unreal. Unreal. Let's do this. Wait. That's 3 damage. 3, 4, 5. Not enough. Not enough.
My greatest.
Oh, I forgot to use my Clarion. Oops. Oops. Alright, well, we can Scorching Dragonfire plus our Ugin and kill their Ugin this next turn. Man, we messed up though. We were supposed to Clarion there for 2 health. Ghostface. I kind of had a feeling that might be the case. They're just trying to finish the game out now. Again, I'm 99% sure this is our last Ugin that we have to deal with. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. That's fine. Oh no, what is this? When God, okay, enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of permanents, then draw that many cards. When God, graveyard, you may put it. Okay, that's fine. Draws 2 cards. Interesting choice. Ooh, this is such a weird game. They just good gamed me like they won. Man, you don't know what's in my hand. You don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you're not saying good game anymore, are you? How does that work? 3rd from the top. I guess it's just the last card, huh? That makes sense. All right. Should I Deafening Clarion for 1 here? No. No. We're fine. I think we're fine. Ugin wins me the game this next turn. If I could just survive. I think we survive here. What a strange game, dude. I love when my opponent gives me the good game too early and they're talking that junk. That's what you get. That's what you get. Karn, that's actually not good. That's something that can do something right now. It can actually get an artifact to do something right this moment. What artifact though can win them the game, you know? I already took care of their Citadel.
My grief fuels my mission.
I feel like I took care of their 2 best artifacts pretty much. Please don't be like a hasty creature. Could it be a serpent? And serpents don't have haste, do they? Okay. That makes things tough. I won't lie. I won't lie. That makes things very, very tough. Gonna lie, man, the twists and turns this game's taking is giving me anxiety. Holy cow. Oh, come on. We got this. We got this. Top deck. Top deck. Top deck. Something beautiful here. Something beautiful. Okay. Are they really gonna draw cards here? Okay. Just gotta survive. I just gotta survive, honestly. One turn. Oh, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. 6. I can -6 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gain 2 life. Sorry if I go a little bit quiet here, guys. I'm really trying to figure this out. I think we just do this for 6. I really think that's the play here. Exiling that.
A burning desire to finish you.
Okay. It doesn't exile. That's unfortunate. Didn't expect that. I thought for sure if I exiled it wouldn't go back to the deck. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's just keep building up our army though. As long as we keep building up our 1/1 army, we're gonna be fine. They're about to mill themselves out, so. All right, pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Card minus is 2, of course. Probably looking for another artifact creature, I'm assuming. Shadow Spear gives trample, right? Ooh, okay. Okay. Yep, I know. Okay, so keep in mind, I know this has trample. I could double Clarions. I didn't even think about that. I could double Clarion. But what do I really want to do here? Man, what do I want to do here? This is so unfortunate. I could have probably won this game already too, but I'm sure I missed plenty of things that I could have done. Do you think our opponent... Oh, they gain life off of this too. Shoot, I was going to say maybe I let this attack go and just kill them. I don't know if they drew any creatures, but they have lifelink, so I'm just going to do this. Gonna do this. I think it's the only thing I can do. Could really use a Shatter the Sky. That would be really, really good. Oh, man, I don't want to lose this game. I really, really don't. Well, feels bad, man. I don't know if that oops was meant for me or not, but if it was, oops, back to you. All right, opponent has no more cards, so I think we finally did it. Holy cow, 35 minutes already into this game. Nuts, man. Nuts. Turn the Shadow Spear into a 1/1. Okay, Shadow Spear comes in for an attack. I figured. Here comes my 1/1 to block it, and then we win the game. Now see, unlike our opponent here, I wait until I'm sure we won the game to say good game, but we're gonna go ahead and get him with a good game if he passes the turn here to me. Cry the Canarium. That's definitely a good game. I'll hit him with the oops. I'll hit him with the oops too. You know how many oops this guy dropped in good games? I'm sorry, a little toxic, but you know what? That game was too epic. I can't tell you how fun that was. Holy cow. I'm excited to keep that one in the game. Mardu control comes out on top though. Let's go. That's a solid video. I appreciate you guys all hanging out, and we'll go ahead and break this sucker down. Peace. I told you guys it was crazy. That was a nutty game that I had a lot of fun playing, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. But yeah, let's get back real quick and talk just some final thoughts about the deck. I thought it played excellent. I really didn't think this was going to be very good. I wanted to just try something to kind of go against the meta with it being so aggro at the moment. In best of one, you don't see any control at all, so I thought this would be pretty good, and it turns out I was right. And I thought it was, you know, going to be more like C tier level where I couldn't really rank up with it, but we ended up grinding pretty hard, and like I said, got to diamond with it. So something to think about. Some changes I might make is we definitely want to probably throw in one more Rampage. Rampage was so solid. Just the fact that it's sorcery, it's not too much of a downfall that I don't think it's you know, worth not running one more. I honestly might drop one Bedevil for this, just because I got into more trouble with the Bedevil's mana being, you know, double black red devotion. Sometimes I got stuck with the Rugged Triome. Wasn't, you know, I didn't quite have the double black, so I think maybe dropping one of these for one of these, and I think it's pretty much fine-tuned. Maybe Elspeth Conquers Death too is a little clunky. I don't know. We needed to get back our planeswalkers, don't get me wrong, but I did find myself in some spots where I'm like, I played it with no planeswalkers out on the field yet, because all of our planeswalkers are so mana hungry, and they're also big that, you know, I had to play the Elspeth before I played my planeswalkers. But again, once the Elspeth is on the board, you can get really loose with your planeswalkers and start minusing like crazy. Try to bait your opponent into killing it, and then you get it right back. So overall, I think the deck is great. I think I am going to drop the Ardenvale for one more Locthwain. I know it came in handy that one game, but I think that was just a fluke. It's not really that's not really what's going to happen consistently. So I think a Locthwain actually would help improve the deck as well. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys, what you guys thought of the deck, anything like that. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe as always, and there's also a link in the description below for the Twitch channel if you want to come see me live. So thank you guys so much. Much love. Appreciate you all, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.